I'm going to give you one right here that I think is about to blow up. So this is another stock, right? It's called Digitrade Financial. Ticker is DIGAF. All right, you can't trade this. I haven't mentioned this one um, for obvious reasons, right? These mining stocks I think are going to do better, but Digitrade is a blockchain fintech-based company. It's just not traded on any main exchanges like the Nasdaq. Both RIOT and Marathon are on the Nasdaq. That's why I thought that they were going to get the early demand. But as people start to trickle down and take on more risk, they're going to start looking for other companies that haven't blown up yet. And I think Digitrade is going to be one, right? In 2017, when crypto went crazy, Digitrade was about as low as 2 cents, and it ran all the way up to $1.20 almost. So if we could see another move similar to that, this is easy money right here. So I'm just, full disclosure, I bought some myself. All right, everybody, welcome back for another one. And I wanted to start this video off with that clip from me talking about DGAF on January 2nd. If you want to watch the whole video, I'll put it in the upper right hand corner for you. But the reason I'm bringing this up again is because people have asked me what are some other calls I have because they thought DGAF was going to move slow or whatever, multiple people at this point. But I just wanted to bring this up because I wanted to suggest having some patience in this market, because that was a month and a half ago that I suggested it, and it's now up 600% since then, since I bought in. All right, so if you can't wait a month and a half for 600%, you're not going to make it. All right, so just slow down, be patient, stop watching everyone around you bragging how much money they're making and acting like they're not losing anything, because they are most likely, or they're missing opportunities, right? Just take a deep breath, find some good projects that you like, and wait. All right, do some research, build your confidence as to why you are investing in that particular thing, and then wait on it. Right. Also wanted to mention, once again, get in the Discord chat, right? Because I can't know everything, and neither can any other one individual YouTuber. It's great to have a lot of eyes on the market, right? Because people are intelligent here, right? They know how to point out things, and they know how to look for investments. And this was one that was pointed out to me by JT in the Discord chat, Santo Mining Corp. So for me, when I bought it, just 3 days ago, it's up 42% since I bought. So I'm happy with that. All credit given to JT because I didn't know about it, right? Like I said, I can't know everything, right? Also, kind of segueing off of that, people have been asking me, how's it going with my RIOT options sale? Well, I'm going to break it down for you right now. Basically, I've shown you before, but this is all the different crypto that I bought. I sold all the options for roughly $28,000. And remember, my initial investment on those was $680. All right, so I took $28,000 and I moved it all into this crypto. All right, so right now the valuation of it total is about $57,000, give or take. All right, what are the options worth that I sold? Well, checking on it, I think they're worth about $133,000 now. All right, so on paper, that's like, wow, bro, look at you, you messed up. Well, let me tell you something. The biggest takeaway for me in the bull market of 2017 was learning not to hold too long. All right. It might look bad now. This isn't even a large portion of what I'm holding on to basically at this point. I'm not overly concerned with it, but yeah, on the surface, it looks a little rough, right? But you have to learn to be patient. As I just mentioned, take your profits and move them into things that haven't moved yet. Right, so I've already doubled my position off of what I moved into there just about a month and a half ago as well. But it could be more, right? But if you have that greedy mindset, eventually the bottom's going to fall out from you. Right? What am I talking about? Well, okay, so back in 2017, this period of time that I'm talking about, holding on too long, right? If you have that I'm holding, I'll never sell mindset, you're going to lose. Okay, so right about at this point, right, everyone is extremely euphoric at the top, right? And then we're trading around 13,000 Bitcoin, alts are flying, and then Bitcoin dumps, right, down to 9,000. Like, all right, it's definitely going to bounce here. We figured it out. We're geniuses. This is going to 100K. We can't be wrong, right? And within a few days, again, it dumps from 11,000 all the way down to 5,900. And that was the point in time I knew that the bull market was done. You know, I went from 20,000 to 5,900 within about a month and a half. So that's a good sign that it's over. But it's harder than you think to call tops and bottoms. So if you're sitting here holding on and the floor falls out from under you, you're going to feel the pain. Trust me, right? It's better to be taking profits and moving it into things that have not moved yet, right? At this point, all the alts were flying. So I wouldn't be suggesting even then to be moving into alts, right? I would be saying maybe start looking into some safe havens, right? Gold, dollars at that point would have all been a good decision. But anyway, floor fell out, it bounced up, and I sold exactly right here. I remember March 5th of 2018 or 4th, something like that. I was able to get about halfway up. I saw there was a head and shoulders forming in this pattern. I was like, if it doesn't break, this is headed down, and that's it. And that's exactly what happened. I sold there, and that was it. I got out. But I made about half of what I could have made just because I wasn't taking profits at the top. All right. So you have to do that. Not just stare at, oh, well, I could have made so much more. If you carry that mindset with you, you're not going to make it. All right. Moving on to some news. Just wanted to briefly cover that because I'm just trying to say from experience, being greedy is not good, and being impatient is not going to help you either, because you're going to be jumping in and out of trades all the time and you're not going to make anything. All right, right now we're early on in the bull run, so right now it's probably going to be patient. All right, but towards the end, when everyone's being greedy and your grandma's getting rich from crypto, that's when you need to be taking profits. Elon Musk, only a fool wouldn't seek non-fiat investments. All right, so I wanted to cover this real quick because the Binance CEO, Changpeng Zhao, said that he was surprised that the Tesla executive Elon Musk was so gung-ho about Dogecoin, right? But Elon basically responded, we all know he's just clowning people with Dogecoin. I mean, really? Does he really think that that's the future currency of Mars, right? That he's colonizing? So he said only a fool would not seek out alternative investments to fiat given the current interest rates and so on, right? But he also responded, I wanted to point this out, because he said having some Bitcoin, which is simply a less dumb form of liquidity than cash, is adventurous enough for an S&P 500 company. So my point is, Elon is clearly bashing Bitcoin in front of everybody. Another person in the Discord pointed this tweet out for me as well, Timbuktu. So he was having a conversation with this guy, and the guy said, why is Bitcoin BS at all? And then Elon responded, somehow a hash text file using ancient crypto can be exchanged for real goods and services? Amazing. Right? Once again, another stab at Bitcoin. He's clearly mocking it. If you go over to his Twitter, he's got this icon now for his logo or his picture with Bitcoin in it as well. And then saying, I just want to start a flame in your heart. Of course, Pomp chimes in and says, just tell us you're Satoshi already. I don't believe Elon is Satoshi at all. Everyone speculates this, getting this theory, trying to connect dots that aren't there. I don't think that Elon, for one, had time for Bitcoin back then whenever it came out. And also, I don't think he would be clowning it publicly if he was. But who knows? We'll see. All right. One more news piece I wanted to talk about today, and then I'll wrap things up. So, A-Coin rolled out in 2 billion medical metropolis in Kenya. The A-Coin cryptocurrency is set to become the exclusive crypto of the Mwale Medical and Technology City in Kenya. Couple things I wanted to point out. So it's going to be adopted among 5,000 hospital workers, 2,000 merchants, and over 35,000 residents of the MMTC. Another thing, the workers and residents can receive their salaries in the A-Coin. The token will also be used for microtransactions, peer-to-peer money transfers, and mobile airtime top-ups, among others. All right, he's also building a city over there, right? Futuristic Akon City, currently being built in Senegal. So it's going to be like Wakanda, basically. People are speculating. But anyway, why am I talking about a stupid A coin, right? Well, for one, I think the website's pretty sleek, right? It just looks good. It's easy on the eyes. You know, I wouldn't expect anything different from Akon. You guys got money, probably, right? But the real important reason why is because Acoin runs on Stellar. A lot of people don't know this, or maybe they do and they keep forgetting, but this article came out last year. So yeah, Acoin runs on Stellar, but why am I getting at this as well? Well, so do a lot of these other CBDCs, basically. So Acoin, I wouldn't be surprised, becomes the prominent crypto down there in Africa. I would not be surprised at all. All right. But for those of you that don't remember, the Ukraine government picked Stellar Development Foundation to help build national digital currency. This happened just last month as well. And then, if you don't remember, USDC is now running on Stellar as of February 2nd. And then there's also a Euro stablecoin being built on top of Stellar as well. And this was reported in December of last year. So if you can't see the picture I'm building, let me clarify for you. Stellar, in my opinion, is going to be the retail platform for running CBDCs. And I think XRP is going to be that wholesale platform behind the scenes for institutions, okay? They're both going to have CBDCs running on top of them, but one's going to be for the people and the other is going to be for the institutions to play with, all right? And why do I think that as well? Well, for one, we know that XRP right now is about 1,500 transactions per second with the ability to scale. Well, why did Acoin say that they're using Stellar? Well, they said that smart contracts play an essential role in the Acoin ecosystem. Stellar is both smart contract enabled and more scalable than its competitors. The transaction cost, transaction speed, and transactions per second that Stellar facilitates are ideal for the use cases and applications planned for the Acoin ecosystem. Acoin users need to be able to initiate quick transactions of varying values. Using a blockchain with higher fees might limit our users in the same way that their current remittance and money transfer options limit them. So basically saying Bitcoin or Ethereum have too high of fees, right? Are we seeing that? Of course we are, for this to actually function, right? It serves more like their current remittance and money transfer options that they already have, limiting them, right? And Stellar has 3 to 5 seconds per transaction and 10,000 transactions per second. Well, do you think on the retail side you're going to need about 10,000 transactions per second or maybe 1,500? Whereas on the institutional side, do you think you're going to need 1,500 transactions per second? Do you think that might suffice? I think so. So what I'm saying, there's going to be more microtransactions on Stellar because it's the retail side. So it just makes sense that XRP was built and then Stellar was built afterward because there was a plan there. If you don't see it, I don't know what to tell you. And then now you got Elon publicly bashing Bitcoin, saying it's ancient crypto, whereas everyone is building on Stellar. Trying to paint the picture for you. I hope you get it. Hope that was informative. As always, please like and subscribe, share with your friends and family, and stay tuned for the next one. Thanks.
Paper money is going away.
Yes.
And crypto is a far better way to transfer value than pieces of paper. That's for sure.
Without a doubt.
That has its pros and cons.
Just to clarify, Tesla's not going to start selling Bitcoin anytime
No, we're
soon.
not.
Okay, you heard it here first, even though everyone thought that.
Yeah, right.